Taxi, the iconic sitcom of the late 1970s and early 1980s, delivered not only sharp humor and deeply human moments but also showcased the brilliance of an extraordinary ensemble cast. Yet behind the glow of a series that earned numerous Emmy Awards lay haunting real-life stories that left fans stunned. The laughter on screen often masked the pain off camera. Some stars faced devastating illnesses, tragic accidents, and deeply personal battles they bore in silence. The radiant smiles and captivating performances hid tears shed far from the spotlight. When the lights dimmed and the curtains fell, what remained were the legacies they left behind and the poignant stories that deepened our appreciation for the fragility of life. Join us as we delve into the hidden chapters of their lives, where joy and sorrow intertwined, and where the brilliance of their performances shone even brighter against the backdrop of adversity. Let us once again feel the profound impact they brought to millions, both on and off the screen. Carmine KIDI, 1934 to 2019, brought a streetwise charm to his brief appearances as Lulu in Taxi, portraying a character who added colorful moments to the show's tapestry. Born into an Italian-American family in New York, his acting career spanned decades, but KIDI's life was not without its shadows. Known for his roles in the Godfather sequels, his career suffered a major blow in the early 2000s when he became entangled in a high-profile piracy lawsuit, tarnishing his legacy. Despite his contributions to cinema and television, KIDI's personal life was marked by solitude. He never married or had children, instead focusing on his craft. He passed away in 2019 from complications related to a fall, leaving behind a legacy tinged with both brilliance and controversy. Andy Kaufman, 1949 to 1984, was an enigma, mesmerizing audiences as Lotka Gravis, the eccentric mechanic whose quirks became a hallmark of Taxi. Kaufman's unconventional comedic style, which blurred the lines between performance and reality, made him a polarizing figure in entertainment. Born in New York, Kaufman's short life was a whirlwind of professional success and personal turmoil. He never married but was linked to several tumultuous relationships, often shrouded in mystery and complicated by his unrelenting devotion to his craft. Kaufman was diagnosed with a rare form of lung cancer in 1983, a disease that progressed rapidly. He died in May 1984 at just 35 years old, leaving fans and colleagues grieving the loss of one of comedy's most enigmatic talents. Walter Ulbrich, 1948 to 2021, appeared in Taxi as Tom, a minor character who made an impression in just 2 episodes with his endearing awkwardness and gentle humor. Born in New Jersey, Ulbrich found steady work in character roles across film and television, his face recognizable even if his name wasn't always on the marquee. His personal life, however, was fraught with health struggles that took a toll on his career in later years. Ulbrich underwent multiple surgeries due to complications from a knee infection, which left him bedridden for extended periods. Despite his affable demeanor on screen, his private world was marked by isolation, with no reports of long-term romantic relationships or children. He passed away in 2021 at his home in Los Angeles, his declining health having gradually pulled him away from the industry he loved. Jeff Conway, 1950 to 2011, shown as Bobby Wheeler, the ambitious yet insecure actor struggling to balance his dreams with the grind of life as a cabbie. Born in New York City, Conway's early career sparkled with promise, especially after his role in Grease. But the brightness of his star dimmed as substance abuse and personal demons took hold. Conway married twice, both unions ending in acrimonious divorces. His first marriage to Rona Newton-John, the sister of singer Olivia Newton-John, lasted from 1980 to 1985 but ended in divorce due to irreconcilable differences. He later married Carrie Young in 1990, but this union also succumbed to personal struggles and life's challenges, particularly Conway's long battle with addiction. His relationships were often marked by volatility, and his struggles with addiction overshadowed much of his later life. In 2011, Conway was found unconscious at his home and hospitalized. He never regained consciousness and passed away from complications related to pneumonia and sepsis, his battle with addiction a cautionary tale of a talent derailed too soon. Charles Thomas Murphy, 1940 to 1995, appeared briefly in Taxi as a customer, adding subtle authenticity to the vibrant world of the Sunshine Cab Company. Born in Missouri, Murphy's career primarily consisted of bit parts in film and television, a reflection of a hard-working actor trying to carve out a space in a fiercely competitive industry. Murphy's personal life was marked by a string of short-lived relationships and a lingering sense of loneliness, never marrying or having children. His later years were overshadowed by health issues related to heavy smoking, and he passed away in 1995 from complications of lung disease. Though his name is seldom remembered, his presence contributed to the rich tapestry of shows like Taxi. Gene Labelle, 1932–2022, famed as a stuntman and martial artist, made memorable appearances as a referee in 4 episodes of Taxi. Known as the "Godfather of Grappling," Labelle's physical prowess and charisma brought a unique flavor to the scenes he inhabited. Born in Los Angeles, his career outside acting was illustrious, but his personal life was less stable. He was married once, with 2 children, but his professional commitments often strained his family relationships. Labelle lived a long and eventful life, but his final years were marked by declining health. He passed away peacefully in 2022, leaving behind a legacy as both a pioneer in martial arts and a versatile contributor to Hollywood's golden era of stunts. Alan Williams, 1944–2019, made a brief but memorable appearance in Taxi as Robert in a single episode, embodying the understated realism that lent the series its grounded charm. Born in the Midwest, Williams was a consummate journeyman actor, carving out a modest career in theater, television, and film. Despite his talent, he often found himself overshadowed by more prominent performers, leading to a career filled with fleeting roles. His personal life mirrored his professional one in its transience. He was married and divorced twice, with both relationships marked by discord. Williams fathered 2 children, though his demanding work schedule often strained their bond. He passed away in 2019 after a prolonged battle with heart disease, leaving behind a legacy of quiet contributions to the entertainment world. Vincent Sky, 1948–2005, brought his distinctive presence to Taxi as Reverend Gorky, a character whose eccentricity and depth perfectly matched the show's offbeat tone. Born in Brooklyn, Schiavelli's unique appearance and undeniable talent earned him roles in numerous acclaimed films, but he often played secondary or oddball characters, which limited his mainstream recognition. In his personal life, Schiavelli's relationships were complex and tumultuous. His marriage to actress Alice Beasley ended in divorce, and he later remarried, but his struggles with depression and health issues cast a shadow over his personal happiness. Diagnosed with Marfan's syndrome, Schiavelli succumbed to the disorder's complications in 2005. Despite the challenges he faced, his unforgettable performances left an indelible mark on film and television. Fran Ryan, 1916–2000, portrayed Mrs. Elizabeth Weber in a single episode of Taxi, bringing her signature sharp wit and matronly demeanor to the role. Born in California, Ryan was a prolific character actress whose career spanned decades, often playing tough yet endearing older women. Despite her professional success, Ryan's personal life was fraught with challenges. She was married once, but her husband passed away young, leaving her to raise their only son alone. This tragedy deeply affected her, and she never remarried, devoting much of her life to her work and her child. Ryan's later years were marked by declining health, and she passed away in 2000 from natural causes, her contributions to television and film remembered fondly by fans of classic character actors. Jack Guilford, 1908–1990, appeared as Joe Ryger in 2 episodes of Taxi, portraying Alex Ryger's father with warmth and understated humor. Born in New York City, Guilford was a Tony and Emmy-nominated actor whose career was marred by his blacklisting during the McCarthy era due to his political activism. This period took a heavy toll on his career and personal life, though he remained devoted to his wife, Madeline, and their 3 children. Despite a seemingly stable marriage, the pressures of his career and his principled stance often created tension at home. Guilford's health began to decline in the late 1980s, and he succumbed to stomach cancer in 1990. His legacy endures as a testament to both his artistic talent and his unwavering commitment to social justice. Bubba Smith, 1945–2011, made a guest appearance in Taxi as Lucius Franklin, bringing his commanding physicality and charismatic presence to the role. Born in Texas, Smith was a former NFL defensive lineman who transitioned to acting after a successful football career. Best known for his role as Hightower in the Police Academy films, Smith's off-screen life was often a stark contrast to his larger-than-life persona. He never married and had no children, and friends noted his struggle with isolation in later years. Smith battled chronic pain from his football days, which led to an addiction to painkillers. He passed away in 2011 from acute drug intoxication and heart disease, leaving behind a legacy of both athletic and cinematic accomplishments. Dick Miller, 1928 to 2019, brought his distinctive energy to Taxi in 2 episodes as Ernie the Waiter, a role that showcased his knack for playing quirky, memorable characters. Born in the Bronx, Miller became a beloved character actor, appearing in countless films and television shows, often collaborating with director Joe Dante. Despite his professional success, Miller's personal life was marked by ups and downs. He married his wife, Lainey, in 1965, and the couple remained together until his death, though their relationship was reportedly turbulent at times due to the stresses of Hollywood life. Miller worked steadily until the end of his life, passing away in 2019 from natural causes. His decades-long career left an indelible mark on the industry, ensuring his status as a cult icon. William Bogert, 1936 to 2020, appeared in Taxi as James Broderick in 1 episode, embodying a character with an unassuming yet poignant presence that contributed to the show's layered storytelling. Born in New York, Bogert was a versatile character actor whose career spanned television, film, and theater. His most notable role came later as Mr. Lubbock in Small Wonder. Bogert's personal life was relatively private, though his marriage to his wife Arenya lasted for decades, marked by mutual respect but not without struggles typical of long-term relationships. The couple had no children, a fact Bogert sometimes expressed regret over. He passed away in 2020 of natural causes, quietly closing a career that, while not high-profile, was richly textured and appreciated by those who knew his work. Alan Arbus, 1918 to 2013, made his mark on Taxi as Jerry Martin, delivering a subtle yet impactful performance in his single episode. Born in New York City, Arbus initially pursued a career in photography before transitioning to acting, where he became best known for his role as Dr. Sidney Friedman on MASH Star. His personal life was complex and bittersweet. He was married to the famed photographer Diane Arbus, but their relationship was fraught with artistic and emotional tensions. The couple divorced in 1969, and Diane's tragic suicide in 1971 deeply affected Alan. He later remarried and had 2 daughters, finding some solace in his second family. Arbus passed away in 2013 due to congestive heart failure, leaving behind a legacy of nuanced performances and a life shaped by both triumph and tragedy. Martin Mull, born 1943, brought his trademark wit to his single Taxi appearance as Roger Chapman, playing a character whose dry humor mirrored Mull's real-life comedic sensibilities. Born in Chicago, Mull built a career as an actor, comedian, and musician, becoming a familiar face on television in shows like Fernwood Tonight and Roseanne. While his career thrived, his personal life was not without turbulence. Mull's first marriage ended in divorce, and his second, to his current wife Wendy Haas, came after years of emotional upheaval. The couple has 1 daughter, and Mull often expressed gratitude for his family as a stabilizing force. Though Martin Mull is alive and well as of now, his journey has been shaped by both professional highs and personal challenges, making his career all the more remarkable. Richard Forangy, 1937 to 2019, appeared in Taxi as Nick, a small but memorable role in the series' inaugural season. Born in Brooklyn, Forangy was a character actor who thrived in supporting roles, often playing tough, streetwise figures in films like The Godfather Part 2 and Midnight Run. Despite his gruff exterior on screen, Forangy's real life was marked by a longing for lasting relationships. He was married briefly but divorced, citing irreconcilable differences, and he had no children. Friends described him as a private man whose dedication to his craft sometimes came at the expense of personal connections. Forangy passed away in 2019 from natural causes, leaving behind a body of work that, while often underappreciated, added depth and authenticity to countless projects. Scott Brady, 1924 to 1985, brought gravitas to his role as Inspector Melnick in a single episode of Taxi, embodying the authoritative, no-nonsense characters he often portrayed. Born in Brooklyn, Brady rose to fame in the 1950s, appearing in film noir classics and westerns. While his career enjoyed peaks, his personal life was fraught with difficulties. Brady never married, but his relationships were the stuff of tabloid speculation, often marred by rumors of infidelity and emotional turmoil. Health issues plagued him in later years, exacerbated by years of heavy smoking, and he succumbed to pulmonary fibrosis in 1985. His rugged screen presence left a lasting impression, but his life off-camera was one of struggle and complexity. Michael V Gazo, 1923–1995, appeared in Taxi as Vince, delivering a raw and textured performance that echoed his own gritty life experiences. Born in Hillside, New Jersey, Gazo was not only an actor but a celebrated playwright, best known for A Hatful of Rain, which explored themes of addiction. Despite professional acclaim, his personal life was marked by turbulence. Gazo married twice, with both unions ending in divorce, and he struggled with alcoholism for much of his life. The shadows of his past often crept into his relationships and career, limiting his potential. He died in 1995 of complications related to a stroke, leaving behind a legacy as a brilliant but deeply troubled artist whose works and performances continue to resonate. Tom Ewell, 1909–1994, appeared in Taxi as Dr. Richmond, showcasing the comedic timing and affable charm that made him a household name in the 1950s. Born in Kentucky, Ewell gained fame for his role in The 7-Year Itch, starring opposite Marilyn Monroe, but his later career saw a gradual decline in prominence. Ewell was married twice, with his first marriage ending in divorce and his second lasting until his death, though it was often described as tumultuous. His struggles with alcoholism and career setbacks weighed heavily on his personal life. Ewell passed away in 1994 of undisclosed causes, with his life remembered as a mixture of early stardom and later obscurity, leaving a bittersweet legacy. Ruth Gordon, 1896–1985, graced Taxi as Dee Wilcox, bringing her signature eccentricity and vibrant energy to the role. Born in Quincy, Massachusetts, Gordon's career spanned decades, with highlights including her Oscar-winning performance in Rosemary's Baby and her beloved role in Harold and Maude. Behind her professional success, Gordon's personal life was complex. Her first marriage ended in divorce, and her second, to writer Garson Kanin, was marked by mutual admiration but also periods of tension due to their demanding careers. Gordon continued acting well into her 80s, a testament to her resilience. She passed away in 1985 from a stroke, leaving behind a rich legacy of performances that celebrated her indomitable spirit and unique artistry. Lenny Baker, 1945–1982, played Bocce in a single episode of Taxi, portraying a quirky character whose presence was felt in the brief moments he appeared on screen. Born in Brooklyn, Baker was an actor and comedian known for his theatrical roles and work in television. Despite his early promise, his career was tragically cut short. Baker was married to actress Laurie Anders, but their relationship, like many in the spotlight, was strained by the pressures of fame and personal struggles. He had no children, and his life took a darker turn when he began battling depression. Baker died at the young age of 37 in 1982 from an apparent overdose, his promising career abruptly halted. His death remains a somber reminder of the toll mental health issues can take, even on those with seemingly bright futures. Eric Sevareid, 1912–1992, made a brief appearance in Taxi as himself in an episode from 1980, adding his real-world gravitas to the show. Born in North Dakota, Sevareid was a legendary CBS News commentator and journalist, known for his intelligent reporting and insight during pivotal moments in American history. His professional life was marked by incredible achievements, but his personal life was far more complicated. Sevareid was married twice, both unions experiencing difficulties as his demanding career and long periods of absence strained his relationships. His first marriage ended in divorce, and while he found stability in his second marriage, there were always undercurrents of dissatisfaction. Sevareid passed away in 1992 from cancer, leaving behind a rich legacy of journalism, but his personal life was often overshadowed by his professional commitments, making it a bittersweet reflection on his long career. Dick Sargent, 1930–1994, made a notable appearance in Taxi in 1982 as attorney John Bickers. Known primarily for his role as the second Darren Stevens on Bewitched, Sargent's career spanned multiple decades, but his personal life was far more tumultuous. Born in Indiana, Sargent initially enjoyed the typical rise to fame that many actors in Hollywood experience. However, behind the scenes, his personal relationships were strained, and his struggles with his sexual identity became a heavy burden. Sargent married twice, but both unions ended in divorce, and his later life was marked by emotional turmoil as he grappled with his sexuality. He was closeted for much of his career, but in 1991, he publicly came out as gay, revealing the years of pain he had endured. His final years were spent working in advocacy for the LGBTQ+ community, but his health was declining due to prostate cancer. He passed away from the disease in 1994 at the age of 64, his death a somber reminder of the emotional challenges he faced throughout his life. Despite these struggles, Sargent's legacy remains as a talented and versatile actor who quietly paved the way for greater acceptance and understanding within the entertainment industry. How do you feel about the passing of the actors from Taxi? Which one left the most lasting impression on you? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our latest videos. The stories of these talented actors, their struggles, and their unforgettable performances continue to resonate with us. Let's celebrate their legacy together.